Shalom and welcome to this week's Hebrew class, and this week we are dealing with Yehochanan, John 15 verses 13 to 18. And so we will begin. And just for anyone who comes on that's new, we have the Nikud valve markings with useful resources which give us transliterations and color coding, very useful tool, and also the Do It in Hebrew dictionary, which is a great reference if you want to check the meanings of words. And of course we have how to use the valve marks. So we begin with verse 13, which is where we are up to now. And we can see it's represented by Yod and a Gimel. Gimel being the third letter of the alphabet, and of course Yod being the 10th letter. So it helps us work out how to count in Hebrew. So let us go through the letters. Aleph, Yod, Nun, Sofit, Aleph, Hey, Vayet, Hey, Resh, Bayet, because now we've got a dot, Hey, Mem, Aleph, Hey, Vayet, Tav, Hey, Nun, Vav, Tav, Nun, Sofit, Nun, Fe, Shin, Vav, Bayet, Ayin, Dalet, Yod, Dalet, Yod, Dalet, Yod, Vav. And now let's read it. Ayin, which means no or not or nothing, right? So we'll say it means no. Ahava is love. Rabbah, greater, is greater. Me'ahavat, from the love, which is translated normally as than the love. Ha-no-ten, of the one giving, because it's like a participle with the vav being represented with the vowel mark, which is an O, so it's ha-no-ten. So we don't say the vav, we say the vowel, ha-no-ten. Or ha-no-ten, it's a longer E sound, so ha-no-ten. Nafsho, nafsho. Now we know nefesh means life, soul, and of course the O at the end is his life. Ba'ad meaning on behalf of. If we look down there, ba'ad is a prep for, in favor of, for the sake of, or on behalf of. And Yedidav, Yedidav, his friend. If we look down here, Yadid is a masculine noun meaning friend, pal, comrade, companion. And that's why it can be translated like that various ways. So the English is, there is no love greater than the love of one who gives his life on behalf of his companions. Right, now we can read that. And it is Ayin, Ahava, Rabbah, Me'ahavat, Ha-no-ten, Nafsho, Be'ad, Yedidav. And we move to 14 now. We're represented with a Yod, value of 10, and a Dalet, value of 4. And we have a Vav, an Aleph, a Tav, a Mem Sofit, an Aleph, a Mem Sofit, a Tav, an Ayin, a Sin, a Vav, an Aleph, a Tav, an Aleph, a Shin, a Resh, remember that should have the dot above it, Aleph, Nun, Yod, Mem, Zadeh, Vav, Hey, Aleph, Tav, Kaf, and Mem Sofit. And we have the Atem, and you. Im, if, ta'a, so, if you do, I've got there do it because of the vav at the end, I guess, if you do it. Et grammar marker, asher what, ani I, matzave, command, et kem, which is grammar marker you. As for you, if you do what I command, you. So let's read that now. The atem im ta'aso et asher ani metzave et kem. And then we have a yod, a dalet, a yod, a dalet, a yod. Aleph, tav, mem, safit. And again we have yedidai. Yedidai. My friends. And again the yod at the end with the petach under it gives us my. My friends. Atem, you, or you are. Command you from the previous verse, you are my companions. And then we will now read it. So it is Yedidai, Yedidai, Atem. And then we move to 15a, which we see has got a tet, which is the ninth letter of the alphabet, so it's a value of 9, and a vav is a 6th letter, which gives us 15. Then we have lamed aleph, aleph kuf, resh aleph, lamed kaf mem safit, ayin vav dalet, ayin vayet dalet, yod mem safit, kaf yod hey, ayin vayet dalet, aleph yod nun nun vav, yod dalet ayin. And we notice that there's a few letters in white. Now the aleph and the ayin are often have no sound. They're silent. But unless they're taken over by a vowel sound. So let's read. Lo, not. Ek, ra. Now the aleph there means I shall call, or I call. Not I call, or not I shall call. Lakem, to you. Od, meaning more, or it can mean still or again. Avadim, meaning servants, and it's plural with the im ending. Ki, for. Ha'eved, for the servant, that's a noun, the servant. Ene, nu, well, an means not. And nu, because of the negation, that we've learnt something that it can mean he, it can mean it. So not he. Yodea. Now it's like a participle, so that's why I've translated as is knowing, or does know, but is knowing is fine. I shall no longer call you servants, for a servant does not know. That's how it's translated. And down here, of course, we've got the words that we've got like avad. As a kol verb means to work, to serve, to labour. But eved, as a masculine noun, means servant, slave, bondsman. And of course, en is a masculine noun meaning nothing, nil, not. The nu with the dagesh is he or it, as I've explained. Now we read it. And it is lo ekra lakem od avadim ki ha-eved enenu yodea. And 15b is an aleph, a tav, an aleph, a shin, a resh, a yod, ayin, sin, hey, aleph, dalet, nun, yod, vav, vav, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Tav, Yod, Yod, Dalet, Yod, Dalet, Yod, Aleph, Tav, and Mem Sofit. And we read it. Et, grammar marker. Asher, what? Because asher can mean that, what, which. So it's got various memories, or who even. Say, he shall do what he shall do. And then who are we talking about? Adonai, his master. Again, the vav is the pronoun at the end, his master. The amarti, and I said, Yedidai, my friends, atem, you, or you are. So does not know what his master shall do, but I said, you are my companions, my friends, my near ones, literally. And it is 8 Asher Ya'aseh Adonai the Amarti Yedidai Atem. And next we have part C, and we have a kaf, a yod, a kaf, a lamed, a shir, a lef, shin, resh, shin, mem, ayin, tav, yod, mem, aleph, tav, aleph, vet, yod, hey, vav, dalet, ayin, tav, yod, aleph, tav, kaf, and mem sofit. So by going through the letters, it's just reinforcing that we remember every letter. Now we begin. Ki, which can mean for. It can mean that, but it can mean for. Kol, all. Asher, that. Shamar, ti. Well, we know shamar means to hear, so I heard. Me'et, from, because the et is a grammar marker. Avi, my father. Hodati, I've made known to you. It's a different form. And here it says hodia. Hodia is a verb to announce, to inform. So I've informed. You could say, I've made known. And then it is et kem, grammar marker, you. You are my companions because I've made known to you all that I've heard from my Father. And I've got also down there, hoda'a, which is a feminine noun for a message, a proclamation, an announcement. And of course, yada is a kol verb to know, to recognize. Right, now we will read that. And it is ki, kol, asher, shamarti, me'et, avi, hodati, et kem. And 16a, we've got a tet, which has a value of 9, a zion, a value of 7, so together it makes 16. And of course, we now want to look at the letters, which are lamed aleph, aleph, tav, mem safid, bet, chet, resh, tav, mem safid, bet, yod, kaf, yod, aleph, mem safid, aleph, nun, kaf, yod, bet, chet, resh, tav, yod, vet, kaf, and mem safid. And we read, lo, not, atem, you, bechar, tem. Now we know that bechar means to choose. So you did choose, or you chose. Be, in me. Ki, im. But normally ki, im like this, it means but. Anoki, I. Bacharti, meaning I did choose or I chose. Vakem. Now, va can mean in you, or it can mean among you. You did not choose me, rather it is I who chose you. And I've put down here bachar as a verb to choose, to select, to appoint. And we will now read that one, which is lo atem bechartem bi ki im anoki bacharti vakem. And we have a vav, a hey, a fei, a kuf, dalet, tav, yod, aleph, tav, kaf, mem savit, lamed, lamed, kaf, tav, vav, lamed, ayin, sin, vav, tav, pei, resh, yod, vav, fei, resh, yod, kaf, and mem savit, yod, kuf, vav, and mem savit. And we're reading it. The hifkadti, for hifkadti, and I charge. So how do we get that? Pakad is a kal verb to order, to direct, but it can also mean to visit, to befall, or to count people. So it just depends. So, and I have charged et, grammar marker, kem you, la laket, to go, because of course halak is the root of the word in the middle, to go. The la asot. Now normally we would think asot means to do, but it can also mean to produce. So, and to produce, because of what it's telling us next. Peri, which is fruit, where you don't make it, you produce it, right? So we produce fruit. U fer ye kem. U fer ye kem. And your fruit. Of course, the kem is your, and we see the root word peri in the middle, though it's pronounced slightly differently. And then we have yakum. Yakum, shall be established. Now we know that kum, like down here, it means to arise, to stand. And of course to stand means to be established, and it means to endure. Right? And of course we've got the normal translation, I did choose you. I've charged you to go and produce fruit, and your fruit shall endure. Right, so interesting. Pakad as a masculine noun can also mean police commander or chief inspector. Of course, that's based on modern Hebrew. And of course, asar is a verb to do, to make, to produce. Right, we will now read that. And it is vahifkadti et kem la leket la asot peri u fer ye kem yakum. Remembering that because you've got two shavas here, the second one is vocal, so it becomes ye, a short e after the yod. All right. And we're in 16c, and we have a vav, a hey, a yod, a hey, a kaf, a lamed, an aleph, shin, resh, tav, shin, aleph, lamed, vav, mem, aleph, vayet, yod, bayet, shin, mem, yod, yod, tav, nun safit, lamed, kaf, and mem safit. And we read it. V'haya, and it shall be. Kol, meaning all. Ashir, that. Tish'alu. So what's the root? And the root is sha'al in the middle. Sha'al down here means, as a col verb, means to ask, to question, to inquire, even to borrow, right? And it is the vav at the end. You shall ask. Me, from, avi, my father, from my father, bish, me, in, that's the bet, my is the yod, and Shem is name. In my name. Yiten, he shall give. Lakem, to you. And it shall be, all that you ask from my Father, in my name, he shall give to you. And of course, I've written down here those particular ones. Shem can mean more than just name. It means reputation, fame, distinction, and maybe even character. Because your name implies character. And that's why we have the name of Yahusha or Yeshua, and we have the name Yahweh or Yahuwah, because it implies character, implies the nature of the one with that name. So let us read it now. V'haya kol asher tish'alu me'avi bishmi yiten lakem. And now we're in Yod 10, Zion 7. So we're in 17. And it is an Aleph, a Tav, an Aleph, a Lamed, a Hey, an Aleph, a Nun, a Kaf, a Yod, a Mem, Zade, Vav, Hey, Aleph, Tav, Kaf, Mem, Sofit, Lamed, Mem, Ayin, Nun, Sofit, Tav, Aleph, Hey, Veyet, Vav, and Nun, Sofit. And you may feel that the letters you know fine, but it's good practice, and it's also to help any that come on and watch the video who are relatively new, so that they need that practice. So let's read it. Et grammar marker. Ele, which is these. Anoki, I. Metzave, command. Et kim, you. At grammar marker with you. Le ma'an, so that, or for the benefit, for the sake. Te e havun. Now the te is shall. Un is a paragogic nun, so the meaning's not always so sure, but it's usually you. And of course we've got Ehav in the middle, which is love. So you shall love. Right, very good. And the translation is, I've commanded you these things so that you shall love. And let's read it. Et ele anoki metzave et kem le ma'an te e havun. Right. And now we're in part B of that, which is an Aleph, a Yod, a Shin, Aleph, Tav, Aleph, Chet, Yod, Nun, Sofit. And it is Ish, which means a man. And then we have Et, grammar marker, Achiv, which literally means his, that's the Vav. Achi is brother, his brother. And that could be also plural. His brother, a man, his brother or brothers. That you shall love one another is how it's translated. Because ach is a masculine noun meaning brother, countryman, or close friend. So it's a near one, a neighbor, you could say even. like your neighbour, close person to you. So we read it. Ish et achiv. And now we come to 18, which is represented with a yod and a chet. Chet being the 8th letter. So we get yod being 10, 18. And it is Aleph, Mem Sofit, Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit, Sin, Nun, Aleph, Aleph, Tav, Kaf, Mem Sofit, Dalet, Ayin, Vav, Kaf, Yod, Aleph, Tav, Yod, Sin, Nun, Aleph, Resh, Aleph, Shin, Vav, Nun, Hey. I did a bit quicker then to see if you can keep up with that. And we're reading, if, ha'olam, the world, Sanei, hates, et grammar marker, kemu, de'u. Now we know that its root is yada, so therefore it's to do with no, right? So then with the pronoun at the end, you know. It's like an imperative, right? Ki that, oti, me, sane. Sane again is hated, right? It hated. Rishona, first. So if the world hates you, know that it hated me first. All right, now let's read that. And it is im ha'olam sene et kem de'u ki oti sane rishona. Right, now we've completed up to 18 and we will see what we remember as we go along. And we have a yod, value of 10, gimel, value of 3. So we're in 13. And not. Ahava, love, not loves, rabah, mean greater, not love greater, so greater love. Me'ahavat, from the love, ha no 10 of the one giving, nafsho his life, ba'ad on account, be'ad, remember it's like be'ad, on account, yedi Dave of his friend. So the translation is no love is greater. From the love of the one giving his life on behalf of his friend. And then we have Yod 10, Dalet 4. We're in 14. Va'atem, and you, if, ta'aso, you do it, is how I translate it. Et grammar marker, ashir what, ani I, metzave, command, et kem, grammar marker you, and you plural, if you do it, grammar marker, what I command, grammar marker you, yedidai, which is my companions or friends, atem, you. My friends, you or you are. And then we come to tet, which has a value of 9. And of course, a vav has a value of 6. So 9 and 6 is 15. So we know we're in 15. Lo not. Ikra, the aleph is I. Kara is call. I call, or I did call. Lakem, to you or for you. Od, meaning more or still or again. Avadim, servants. Ki, for. Ha-eved, the servant. ene nu, not he, Yodea is knowing. Not I shall call to you still servants, for the servant, not he, is knowing. Et grammar marker, ashir what ya say he will do or he shall do, and then who, Adonai, his master, but Amarti, and I said, Yedidai, my friends, Atem, you. Grammar marker, what he shall do, his master, and I said, my friends, you are. Key for kol ol ashir that shamarti I heard me'et from grammar marker avi my father hodati I have made known, I've informed, I've made known, et grammar marker kem you. So, for all that I heard from grammar marker my father, I've made known to you, with the grammar marker there. And now we come to 16, represented with the tet value of 9 and Zion value of 7, gives us 16. Lo, not atem you, bechartem, you chose, be in me, ki im bat, anoki, I, bacharti, I chose, vakem, in you or among you. Not you did choose in me, but I did choose in you. Of course, our translation is more a direct translation, so it sometimes might sound a little bit funny, but that's why the English moves it around a bit to make it sound flowy and that. But we're learning words. And next we have the hif, card, t. And I charged, I appointed, we could say. Et kem, you, la laket, to go, the la sot, and to, it could be do, but in this case it's produce or make. Peri, fruit. U, fair ye kem, and your fruit. Yakub, which could be shall rise up, but it means shall be established. I have charged, grammar marker, you to go and to produce fruit, and your fruit shall be established or shall endure. Remembering that words often in context have slight changes in their way of presenting it, the word that's used to explain them. So context is so important with Hebrew especially. V'ha-ya, and it shall be, kol ol ashir that tish'alu, which is you shall ask, me'avi, from my father, bishmi, in my name, yiten, he shall give, la kem, to you. And it shall be, all that you shall ask from my Father in my name, he shall give to you. All right, and we now come to Yod, value of 10, Zion, value of 7. We're in 17. So it is et grammar marker, ele. So remember, this is a long E sound, short E sound. So it's ele. Anoki, save etkem le'ma'an te'ehavun. Right, so what does it all mean? Sorry about that, I was just reading it. So, grammar marker, these, Anaki, I, Metsave, command, Etkem, you, La Ma'an, so that, Te'ehavun, you shall love. Grammar marker, these are command, grammar marker, you, so that you shall love. Ish, a man, et, grammar marker, achiv, his brother. A man, grammar marker, his brother. And then we have yod 10, chet 8. So we're in 18, and it is im, if, ha'olam, the world, Sene hates et kem, you, deu, which is you know. Ki, that, oti, me, sane, hated or it hated. Rishona, first. If the world hates, grammar marker, you know that me, it hated first. Right, very good. That brings us to 18, and we want to, every week we want to refresh, most importantly, the names, right? So that we know what we're talking about. When we see the dot above, like the Vav, it's an O sound, as in cholam. It's called a cholam. When we see the two dots, it's a shva, right, which is a break in syllable. It's either begins, when we see it, it's beginning a syllable or ending one. And then we have segal, so it has the short E sound, se. And then we have the two dots, which are zere. So we can hear it's a longer E sound, zere, ze, instead of se. Then we have pa, short A sound, patak. And then we have ka-mats, which is a longer A sound. That's a longer A sound, ka-mats. Right, that's enough. And again, the chart, just to remind us, and we'll look at the middle chart here, where we've got lamed has a value of 30. Kaf has a value of 20. Yod has a value of 10. Tet has a value of 9. Chet has a value of 8. Zayin have a value of 7. So the more you see them, the more you practice them, it'll just be natural. You'll just see it and you'll know the value of it. And these are great resources. BeitHaMashiach.com. It's a Messianic group, but it's done such a wonderful job in going through the entire Tanakh and the New Testament and giving us the Hebrew, giving us transliteration, giving us the meanings, even color coding, and also giving the Greek as well. So it's a great resource. And of course, you've got always the Do It in Hebrew dictionary, which is quite useful, though it is more modern Hebrew. With the Old Testament, of course, we can use the resources like the Blue Letter Bible. And we just want to thank you for joining us again as we go through our Hebrew classes each week. And we do pray they bless you, and we want to wish you a Shavua Tov, a good week or a good 7. Bye.